Hi friends, this is Marilyn from tarotclarity.com again, and I no sooner finished the video on Il Meneghello publishing house and what you could expect from their decks that I realized I neglected to show a showcase deck that I bought from them. And I wanted to correct that. So this is kind of like a part 2 to the Il Meneghello video I already just did. This particular deck is a reproduction of the Visconti Brambilla, which may or may not be the first tarot deck that is known. It's certainly one of them. You can see that we have the Il Meneghello wax seal. We have a quality box. It's not the same type as the other boxes. It's not a telescope box. It's more like a box a lid that you place on top. This wouldn't be a box that I would, set up and down. It would just be one that I would set flat. You have, a beautiful reproduction on the cover. This one came with something to keep them together. Again, it tells you what your number is. Let's see, where's mine? Up here, 91 out of 1200. Not a bad number. Now, this particular deck, extremely high quality. I think very in keeping with the size of the original cards. I believe there's only 48 cards that exist, and so they did not reproduce cards for this deck. And I believe only 2 of the cards are trump cards. And so if you were to purchase this thinking that you're going to get a full deck or, with recreations of missing cards, that won't be the case, This is purely for individuals who really want, a historic deck. And this is another one of the original trump cards. And a fine reproduction. So it's really just a reproduction deck. It cleans up so that you can really clearly see, the cards. I have another deck by, I don't know who put it out. I'll include it in this series, and the cards, they just reproduce the cards as they exist at the moment, and you can't even make out what some of the cards are because they're so dirty. So Il Meneghello really did clean up the cards and give you a sense that this is a really, really special deck. I mean, look at the detail. Right, in the silver, that would have been silver. Now, the Il Meneghello reproduction deck is not a silver or gold metallic, as the originals may have been. But boy, oh boy, do you get a sense that they really are, made of silver and gold. I don't know how they did it with a matte finish and without any gilding, but they did. They pulled it off, and it is a gorgeous deck. So just the few decks that I showed you by Il Meneghello does not even, compare to the amount of decks that they've done. And, you can absolutely expect, to see, decks this special by them. And this is certainly one of them. Now, I'm not positive, I don't think I bought it separately. I think this publication came with a book, which I opted to receive in English. It's not the best English translation, but I get it, and I think you will too. But it is a little awkward, in the translation. But at any rate, I had to include this as a part 2 because Il Meneghello, does put out some very special decks, and I thought it was unfair not to show this deck once I realized that I had neglected it in the first video. Okay, friends, I'm going to do another video in a few minutes, and then that'll be it for the day. I think 3 will be my lucky number for the day. Until next time, peace and stay well.